So do you ever have the argument with internal stakeholders or even your clients about social media ROI? And they say that if you can't prove a sale, then what's the point of even investing in social media? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to go over. I'm going to tell you how and what you can measure for your social media ROI. Hey guys, Clem from Honeybee Social, and today let's talk about that age-old debate about social media ROI. Mainly why it's so difficult to measure and how you can measure it, what you can measure to show that your social media marketing efforts are working or not working. ROI on social media is not impossible to measure, but it can be difficult to directly pinpoint a conversion to a given social media activity, which is exactly what stakeholders want. They don't care about your engagement. They want to know where their profits are coming from. But to understand where you can see the value of your social media efforts, you have to change your thinking about what social media is to your business. Unfortunately, most businesses see social media simply as a platform to shout, "Buy my stuff," to their followers. But that's not what social media is all about or should be used for. Social media marketing is utilizing your channels to build trust for your business. Instead, start thinking about your social media ROI as a health check for your brand's growth. Your ROI is what stats give your business value in the digital space, and it's not just about a dollar figure. So now that we've covered what in the end social media really is when it comes to marketing your business, that it is that trust building channel for your potential customers to making a sale or to aligning themselves with your business, let's go over how to measure social media ROI. You might need to set up a couple of things off of your website as well as your social media channels and also get a few different tools, but I'm going to show you the tools that I use in order to measure social media ROI, as well as some suggestions on what you should be measuring to see if your social media efforts are working. Now, before we go any further about what tools and whatnot you should use and how to measure social media ROI, we need to clear the air about something. On Facebook, in Business Manager, you can measure ROAS, or return on ad spend. This is a bit of a crutch statistic that marketers like to use because it is something that is very easily measurable. With any ad campaign, you can see your return on ad spend. This is not ROI at all. This is a direct correlation of what your goal was for that campaign versus how much you have spent on that particular campaign. But ROI, the traditional definition of it, is your investment and your versus your outcome in a percentage or in a ratio. So the first question you want to answer is, what do you want to achieve? Is it you want to increase leads, increase brand awareness, increase positive sentiment of your business, which you can measure, by the way? What is it? Write it down. And if you want to give yourself a set timeline, go ahead. Usually for an overall strategy, I like to keep things fluid because in the end, you don't really know what's going to happen with the economy. You don't really know what's going to happen in everyday life. So you want to keep it fluid so that your strategy can be flexible and grow and evolve with everything that happens around you. If I'm creating KPIs or goals for a specific ad campaign, however, of course you are going to have a specific timeline you need to adhere to. So it's a little bit easier then to be able to measure, that I need to achieve this many leads by this given amount of time. So the second thing is you need to find and set up the right tools that are going to enable you to measure and see the data in a way that is easy for you to digest and understand. Some of the tools that I use are free and then some of them are paid. So step 3, start tracking and start reviewing. So what you want to review what's worked, what hasn't, how close are you to achieving your goals, especially the ones that are for a given time frame. If by the halfway point you're only a quarter of the way through, figure out and see if you can see why it's not working. So what do I measure to show social media ROI? Well, I consider social media ROI pretty much a health check to see how your business is doing. But mainly it's about awareness and consideration. But that's all the time I have today. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down in the comments and I'll answer them for you. Or you can even follow me on my social media channels. You can find those also in the description of the video. I'm Clem from Honeybee Social, and I'll see you next time. Bye!